Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a VeVe Omi update video. You guys are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member. There's lots of perks. And also the Steve Cannon photo. You have a couple days left to get one. There is 3 of them in the world. I have one and there is 2 left and one of them is about to be bought. Anywho, there's a couple things going on. We'll start with Omi and then we'll go into everything. We do have a little bit of news to go over today. So Omi's down for, I think, the 4th day in a row, down to 000898. So it did go below that 0009 barrier. So it's down about 3.6% on the day with only $709,000 in volume. So it's just been a steady thing, like almost the past week has been like this. Now, obviously, Bitcoin hasn't helped. That's down about 6% over on the week. This does come off the heels of, let's see what the rest of it's done the last 24 hours. Market's relatively flat. Bitcoin only down about 0.2%, ETH down about 0.1%. I feel like that's fairly negligible. XRP down almost 1%, Doge down 1%, and then Solana down 3.5%. So it is technically a down day for the rest of the market. Obviously really taking Omi down with it. So I have whale news. I have a most recent whale that bought another million. He's up to 30, and then a new guy, friend Tony, that has bought 2 million over the last couple days. He may or may not buy more in the future. I do want to buy more. I may get the chance later this month. It won't be a ton. It might be like a couple 100,000 Omi, but I may get the chance later this month. I'll keep you all posted. Again, the goal for me was originally 200 million. I am only at 172, 173. I'll try to get up to 175. I'll keep y'all posted. Anyway, speaking of Omi, we have a really, really old Ecomi tweet that is resurfacing again. I thought they took this down. I think for the longest time they did, but it is resurfaced again, not because of anything I think Ecomi liked or Ecomi responded to. It's just somebody happened to look up Ecomi Pokemon over in the Twitter. And Ecomi posts on 2 August 2018 saying, "Do you know where Pokemon came from and how it all started? Meet licensing legend Alfred Kahn." They've done this quite a number of times, saying like, "Oh, hey, we don't have Pokemon's not on the blockchain yet, but its legendary licensor is part of the Ecomi team." They did a bunch of this back in 2018, trying to get Pokemon's attention. I know they have been working on this license. I know David has been negotiating with them for like the past year and a half, give or take, and it may or may not come. I will say this, just because Pokemon might be the one company that I know as intimately, if not more, or I guess Nintendo at large, than VeVe or Tesla. They're very smart, and they know what they can do and they know what they can't do. Either VeVe's going to get the Pokemon license or nobody will. And they might do it themselves, or I think if they're smarter, they'll go with VeVe. Again, both are smart decisions, but the smarter decision, I think, would be to go with VeVe. But again, that is just my opinion. We haven't heard anything from David about this in quite some time, so maybe silence, no news is good news, but again, why people decided to bring this up again, I think people were just retweeting it, someone commented on it, and then it became a whole frenzy. But just addressing that, because I've been tagged in this a bunch of times, no, to my knowledge, they have not sealed the deal on the license. What they did seal the deal on, though, is the Pink Panther license is absolutely amazing. No, it's technically under MGM, the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios, which also has James Bond. I think they have Rocky as well, and I think they have some Lord of the Rings, and which is insane. So bringing out the Pink Panther, I think, is really cool. I think Lord of the Rings, or at least The Hobbit at first, could be next at some point. But the Pink Panther is really great. It started in the 60s. So this is something that is about 60 years old. This is actually for the 60th anniversary of Pink Panther. And we finally have the numbers on this. So the first one with the music, that one is 3,600 minutes, which actually means 3,510. But it is animated. It does have sound. It is really cool. And I thought this was just going to be kind of the same thing in a bunch of different poses, like we kind of had for the Oswald drop, and that did okay, and I think they're fun, but I'm really happy that it's only one collectible like that it's animated and has sound, and then the next one is just a beautiful, beautiful statue. It's just something that is, you can see him kind of tiptoeing around. This has much less mints than the first one. It's 1,600 mints, which means 1510. And then the golden statue is absolutely gorgeous as well. I'll definitely be going for this. I'll be going live for this, actually. It does come out on 10 September at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that would be a Sunday. And then the Secret Rare has 600 editions, which means 510. So there's only $30. So it's not like it's a $60 thing. I think these will do really well. I think these will definitely sell out, in my opinion. But another announcement they had today was Lambo. When Lambo, so the Lamborghini Murcielago, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, Murcielago LP670-4 SV's stunning aesthetics and cutting-edge engineering are celebrated in the series of interactive digital collectibles on VeVe. 4 colors drop in blind box waitlist on Saturday, 9 September, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I guess I'll be going live for that as well. I might do another marathon on Saturday. Not running marathon, obviously my back is destroyed. I could probably make it 1 mile before I die. But a very long time. I'll start with this and then I'll keep going. That might be pretty fun. Comment down below if you want to see that. Speaking of stuff, I am going to be interviewing the Bumper team on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very, very excited about that. Dr. Stuff, Jordan Reese, Crypto Rain, everyone that looks at this team and what they're doing seems to be very, very excited about them. So I can't wait to interview them. Come back tomorrow. Shout out to Sour D that has just gotten a new gold and silver VeVe logo. You said you have one. Just follow Mr. MC1. Shoot me a message on Twitter. Let me know you have one, and then we'll go from there. So I've talked about D23 or Destination 23 presented by Disney a couple of times. This one is between September 8th and September 10th in 2023 in Disney's Contemporary Resort in Walt Disney World Resort, Florida. Why I'm talking about Disney specifically is just because, one, they've been, that Ahsoka series yesterday on Disney Plus. Oh my God. No spoilers down below, no spoilers here, but I caught so many feels. I screamed. It was so good. Anyway, why I'm talking about this is because I did say at some point VeVe would make an appearance at D23. To my knowledge, VeVe is not going here. Not this time. Again, that is very, very soon. That is in a couple of days. But even if somebody is going there, if they could just let me know if, like, hey, has anyone heard of VeVe? Or are other parts of this company talking about it? Like, example, when I went to the Nickelodeon booth at San Diego Comic-Con in 2022, absolutely none of the employees knew what Recur was. Absolutely none of the employees knew anything about blockchain. I'm just very curious because, VeVe's one of Disney's major partners. I'm very curious to see if somebody can go and say, oh, hey, have you heard about VeVe? Have you heard about these things in the digital format? Do you have those? Is there a place to take pictures? That type of thing. Again, to my knowledge, VeVe's not going to this year. I do know at some point they probably will. Comment down below if you're going. Some of the things I saw, the top 4 secondary market brands on VeVe for 5 September was number 4 was Disney Golden Moments. Cool. Number 3 is Disney's Lion King collection. That was recent. That makes sense. Number 2 is the Marvel Mighties. And number 1 was the Peter Pan, Disney's Peter Pan collection. Now, the Peter Pan collection we had just gotten, so that makes sense. But Marvel Mighties, number 2 out there. And not gonna lie, I love that. So the top 4 selling secondary market comics over on VeVe. Number 4 is Amazing Spider-Man number 101. Number 3 is Avengers 1. We just got that. Number 2 is Fantastic Four number 1. Obviously, we got that quite a while ago, but that's just like one of the best Grail comics on VeVe. And then New Avengers number 27 was the other one, which we just got, and that's fine. So if VeVe won't go and advertise, the people are going to advertise. We have Wallace Cotton Jr. over on Facebook saying, well, I just advertised this in the Facebook Marketplace, thinking outside the box for VeVe Digital Collectibles. And he takes out an ad, which I'm guessing is, I don't know, it costs him like $20, $30, like VeVe Premium Digital Collectibles, Coca-Cola Snow Globe Series number 1 common, number 557. And he just goes and posts it in Facebook Marketplace as an ad. And if you pay for it, you can technically post whatever you want. And I don't see any reason not to do this. If there's a chance that we can go and on one specific day, in like one specific hour, we all pay for these advertisements and we just flood Facebook Marketplace ads with just stuff from Coca-Cola, like the biggest brands in the world, like Batman, Superman, those fan pages are going to see it. Like, oh, what is this? What am I being spammed with? I know VeVe is slowly but surely going to do advertising, But if the people are up for it, if we all want to just take out a $25 ad, $50 ad, whatever it is, and I get it. You buy a couple Mighties with that, you buy a couple comic books with that. All the money that you spend outside of VeVe is not being spent on VeVe. You could buy Omi, you could get more MCP points. I understand, but for this type of marketing campaign, if we want to do it ourselves, like one of the interviews that I did with David where we were talking about Decon last year, I was like, David, we're rolling in like 200-300 deep in Decon, right? He's like, and he looked crestfallen, and let's do it again. Let's make them go, oh God, what are they doing? Let's show them that this is the greatest community ever. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Moving on. Nothing I give here is investment advice, of course, but to Dashi, to friends, especially friends that buy a lot of bullion, like commodities like gold and silver. I showed them this the other day, saying, hey, 15 August 2013, silver had a nice run up. Me and my boy Ed saying, boom, silver. It was at $23.04. Again, this is slightly over 10 years ago at this point. Today, silver was at $23.19. So that is about 1.5 cents gain every year. That is disgustingly low. And, people that I talk to in the real life, friends, Dashi, and I was like, why on earth would you get silver? Why on earth would you get some of these bullion things? You're at the mercy of the metal. It clearly does not grow at all in 10 years. Anything like that. I would tell them to go, and that's my pitch into buying digital collectibles. That's my pitch into just collectibles at large. It doesn't have to be digital, like back when I was saying Pokemon or whatever. So just so you all know, in case you find someone in traditional finance that says, oh, well, I have this much gold and silver. I always, was told to have 5-10% of my net worth in that. It's like, okay, show them that statistic. Go back to August of 2013. And that was when we had a huge run up on it as well. That huge run up was literally, it literally grew like that day. I would say go and talk to those people about it. I'd be like, okay, you can invest in this, which is, has made next to no gains at all over the last decade. Or, I could, this partner statue that, originally retailed at $333. It's like, it's almost 10x now. But again, not financial advice at all. If Jeremiah Aoyang go and post and saying, they said it was a fad, no one would use a credit card on the internet. Thousands of startups emerged, but few became .com winners. eBay is now worth $23 billion, Yahoo $52 billion, PayPal $69 billion. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. Netflix $195 billion. They have a lot of debt, so I don't know if I'd use that as an example. Salesforce $215 billion, Amazon $1.4 trillion, and Alphabet, Google $1.7 trillion. What's interesting is the CEOs of many of the above believe that AI wave will be even larger than the .com movement. In this post, blockchain is left conspicuously absent. Why? I think a lot of this can merge, and I think a lot of this stuff, like even David Yu had said, yeah, we plan to put ChatGPT in within some of our characters in the VeVeverse. Now, I'm not saying that alone will make VeVe worth hundreds of billions or $1 trillion, but there's no clear. VeVe's the clear winner in this space, and they can essentially do what they want. They have years of a head start. They're ahead by miles. They're ahead by years. They're ahead by money. You name it. It's like Frieza when he transforms into like his third transformation, just beats Piccolo. Speed, stronger, reflexes, he beats him. I think everything together combined can make VeVe a definitely multiple $100 billion company. $1 trillion's a lot, but in tech and these things, you have very high margins. Again, remember, VeVe was out celebrating when they were going, and in 2021, when they were finally selling stuff out, we eventually had stuff in the store where nothing was in the store because it had all sold out. And so you could make the argument that VeVe probably has like 60% margins. Why? Because like for a normal thing, let's say restaurant construction, they usually have between 30 and 40% margins. But VeVe, for every single gem that was bought, 30% tax had to go to Apple and Google, which is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. So you can't have 30% margins and then pay that entire margin to, Apple or Google. you have to have some more margin on top of that. So to be successful, again, before we had the web app, I think it makes sense that they would have 60-something% margins. So now that a lot of people are transitioning from just the mobile app over to the web app, now they're really making money hand over fist. Again, you don't go and you light 5.5 billion Omi on fire, or you donate 1 million gems into the gem liquidity pool unless you're doing really, really well. And I can't wait until we get to have a conversation about what other stuff they're doing with their money. I know they're hiring blockchain teams, they're hiring people all the time, they're growing, which is great. But what are they investing in? What are they buying? Do they have anything else on their balance sheet? Do they have some Bitcoin on? Obviously, they have a fudge ton of Omi on their balance sheet. And I know they have GoChain a little bit because, it's still what they use for the reserve wallet and stuff. But what are they going to, what are they going to tell us what else they've been doing with that? I'm very, very curious. Comment down below everything, all your thoughts. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.